Welcome back to my channel, everyone. This is Prepping by Faith, and today we are going to discuss how to prepare for a cyber attack. I will go over what a cyber attack is briefly and what it can do, and then I'll talk to you about the different things you can do to prepare yourself for one. I think we need to be prepared for this to happen, especially since DHS is warning us that Russia could use a cyber attack to cripple the U.S. There have been concerns that Russia has targeted U.S. companies, especially those dealing with the U.S. military. In a Newsweek article that came out on February 20th, former Assistant Secretary for Infrastructure Protection at DHS, Brian Harrell, said, "Attacks on critical infrastructure are designed to destabilize a country, promote a lack of confidence in a country's leadership, and they threaten the well-being of all its citizens. Russia would absolutely do this as part of their attack playbook." There are several kinds of cyber attacks that have been deployed by cyber criminals, including malware, ransomware, distributed denial of service attacks, spam and phishing, and corporate account takeover. According to Harrell, Russia maintains a range of offensive cyber tools that it could deploy against Ukrainian networks, from low-level denials of service to destructive attacks targeting critical infrastructure. On Friday, the White House publicly blamed the Kremlin for a series of cyber attacks that have crippled Ukrainian state institutions, including political, military, and banking sectors. The top U.S. diplomat noted that cybersecurity was a major topic of discussion when Biden held his first summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin last June in Geneva. That meeting came in the wake of a series of ransomware attacks conducted by Russia-based or Russian-speaking groups that paralyzed the Colonial Gas Pipeline and facilities of Brazil-based JBS Meatpacking Company in Australia, Canada, and the U.S., among other industries. So we see that cyber attacks could take down companies like financial institutions, utility companies, and other key infrastructure. How do we ready ourselves for that possibility? I think one of the first things we need to do is to make hard copies of any important documents. This would include bank statements and other financials, birth certificates, lending information for vehicles, homes, and any medical documentation. After that, I suggest you back these documents up onto a thumb drive or an external hard drive. We use an external hard drive because it can store a lot of data. You can purchase a decent one in the price range of $50 to $100. You would also want to put things like family pictures and videos on this device. So if you have just been leaving these things on your Google Drive in the cloud, now is the time to get those things backed up because they are vulnerable to a cyber attack. Another thing we should do is ensure that we have plenty of cash on hand. I know we in the prepping community have discussed this one several times, but in case you've been putting it off, please get some cash on hand. If systems are down, you will not be able to purchase anything digitally. If you receive notice that your water company had been cyber attacked, you would want to immediately fill your bathtubs. I recommend a water bob and then any other containers. Water will continue flowing for up to 3 days because it is already in the pipes. After that, however, even if it was flowing into your home, it would no longer be chemically treated and you could get very ill if you attempted to drink it. This is why you should already have a quality water filter. Another thing we need to prepare for is the possibility of power loss, and with that, heat. I will be releasing a video next week on ways to stay warm in an SHTF situation, but some things you would want to have on hand now would be a tent and extra layers like long underwear, gloves, hats, and wool socks for every family member. With power loss, you would need a generator of some sort to get you through if you intend on saving anything in your fridge or your freezers. If you have a family member on a CPAP machine, it is imperative that you at least have a smaller generator to take care of their needs in a grid down scenario. This could be a gas generator or a solar generator. Gas generators are good for shorter term grid down scenarios, but I think you should have a solar generator for long term. Gas will not last you indefinitely. It will go bad and you will run out. You would also need some sort of a light source, whether that be flashlights or candles. I would hope that at this point we all have those. I believe we are on the cusp of a large-scale cyber attack at minimum. They aren't warning us all about this repeatedly for no reason. I'm not going to say Russia is going to necessarily be the one behind it, if you know what I mean. We know they are capable, but there are other players who also have that ability. Before I close, I just wanted to encourage you to continue to pray. None of us have all the answers or can plan for every disaster that could befall us. God, however, is not limited, and He has all of the answers. I am continuing to pray for spiritual discernment, especially in this age of disinformation where we don't know what is accurate. James 1:5. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given to him. We all need to be quoting this scripture daily. I know I do. Without God, I am nothing, but with Him I can do all things. Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your paths. Thank you for joining me today, and if this video has helped you, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. God bless.